I was exposed to a financial scam. I invested about 1.5 crore Indian rupees at the age of 30, believing very good friend of mine. This turned out to be a financial scam. In real estate, the best time to buy a property was yesterday. The second best time is today. Any single day that you lose, it's an opportunity lost for you.
Hello and welcome. We're at BizGrowth Network Member Spotlight, and today we have someone absolutely amazing. We have Rakesh Devadas from Coastline Assets. And Rakesh, we're going to learn a lot about you today. So are you ready to jump right in?
Super excited, Shraddha. Let's do it.
Love it. So Rakesh, if we had to start from the beginning, what really got you inspired to start your business and get to where you are today?
Sure. We have to go a long way back. I was born in a village in Kerala, that's southern state in India, and my parents were teachers. Being born to teachers, it was interesting. So I always had the drive towards excelling in things, but at the same time, I was always stopped from taking risk, or I was always encouraged to be conservative in the decisions and the steps forward. But luckily, in terms of, I got the jobs and started working in corporates, started earning good salaries. So the initial journey was great, but then that's exactly how I became. I always aspired to do great in the corporate life or in the personal life, but at the same time, I always had the urge towards taking some risk in my life, right? To just break that conservative barrier and do something great. Now, at the age of 30, something hit me. I was exposed to a financial scam. This was back in Mumbai, and I invested about 1.5 crore Indian rupees at the age of 30, believing a very good friend of mine, a close friend of mine. This turned out to be a financial scam, but again, luckily, we got a lot of money back. End of the bottom line of the story, we lost about 25 lakh Indian rupees through this scam, but it also exposed us to a lot of families. There were a couple of families suicided because of this scam, because they couldn't pay back. It really put a hit on the back of my head about the need of financial literacy or importance of owning the financials in your own life. Migrated to Australia, and then again we were fortunate, we are grateful to be working in good corporates and earning good salaries, but then entering into the real estate side of things, it gave some great directions. We identified the opportunity of building financial freedom, being able to take control of your own wealth, and really using your money, the hard-earned money, to work great for yourself through real estate. And that was the primary purpose behind starting the business. And when I got exposed into buyer's agency as industry, then I realized, yes, this is that industry where I can pass on my knowledge and experience to people who would want to build wealth through real estate. And that was the inspiration behind starting this business, and that's the primary purpose behind this journey: to empower people, build financial freedom, and taking control of their own finances without having had to expose to a lot of risks outside.
I am so glad that you got to turn that scam and that pain into absolute power, and now you're empowering other people when it comes to finances and financial literacy. So if I had to move forward and ask you, what are the current services, what are the products that you actually have for your clients, and who is your ideal client, Rakesh?
That's right. Now, in terms of services, if you again pinpoint back into the main purpose, it is financial freedom. Now, for financial freedom, you need to build a property portfolio to achieve that financial freedom in long term. So that's exactly is the end service or the end outcome of the services that we offer through Coastline Assets as a buyer's agency. So through Coastline Assets, we help build wealth for our clients through investment properties, and it is not probably a one-stop shop. You get to decide your strategy, the investment strategy, how you want to build wealth. You get to understand the best suburbs where you want to invest in. You get to have an understanding of what are the right properties to invest in. You get negotiation support. So it is an end-to-end service. The end outcome is to build that property portfolio for any investor who is starting or probably in the early phases of their investment journey, to take them to that solid property portfolio base. the ideal clientele that we always look to work with are working professionals. They are, stuck with their job 9 to 5, and they don't really have the time, but they always have the aspiration and drive towards building wealth. So instead of using the hard-earned money that they all earn by working under someone, how efficiently can they use that money to build more wealth for themselves? And that's exactly what we try to serve our clients with.
So, if I had to ask you, these people, because they're working 9 to 5, what do you think are the mistakes that they're currently making when they, like, before they approach you?
So a couple of mistakes. One is they always look for the right opportunities or the right time. That right time will never come, right? So in real estate, the best time to buy a property was yesterday. The second best time is today. Any single day that you lose, it's an opportunity loss for you. So a working professional, the mentality, the mindset is you earn, you save. You earn, you save. I mean, that's the typical mindset of a working professional would come from. But if you study, the top investors who has really built wealth, they would always look at investing the money which grows faster than any other asset classes. So there is a mindset shift that the working professionals will have to go through, which is something, one of the mindset education that we do in the strategy discussions and all of that stuff. The second is the difficulty in taking actions and moving forward. People are aspirationals, and people don't have that one-stop shop to go and get all that answers for their questions. The roadmap just gets diluted within the noise within the market. So these are a couple of challenges that the market is facing today, and that's exactly why the buyer's agency as an industry is also evolving over the period in time.
That's amazing. There's a lot of process involved, from educating all the way to getting them that awesome house, but also the portfolio that they're building, and the whole journey end to end. So I know that there's definitely heaps and heaps of challenges that you faced as business owner. What would you pinpoint as one of the biggest ones so far, and how are you overcoming it, or how have you overcome it?
The biggest challenge is the credibility of buyer's agency in the market in itself. The matter of fact that every buyer's agents have different ways of working. Someone would charge a seller in buying their properties. They wouldn't even charge. They will give a free of cost service to the buyer, right? Which is ideally a conflict of interest. Someone would just look at a transactional perspective. You just take the payment, buy a property, and that's it. And so in terms of, so what I'm trying to say is there can be different service levels or service qualities within the buyer's agency market. Because this market is evolving, the credibility of the market is yet to be proven outside to a larger amount of people. There are very few people who knows the value of this industry, and they make use of it. But a majority of population, I would say 95+% of population, they still don't know the value of this industry and how can they best make use of their services for their own benefits. So that's exactly what my challenge has been. In my interactions with the client, majority of the time goes around in educating the other person about the value of this, because the market has still not proven it. So that's what it is.
So education, education, education.
That's
And
it.
you're going to see Rakesh all over, splashed across social media, because it's very, very important for everyone to be informed and make those choices. If I had to flip that and ask you, what has been one of the biggest achievements or the proudest moments that you've had, Rakesh?
I'll go 2 years back, 2023. So it was on a night, me and my wife. So we wrote on a piece of paper that we're going to be financially free by 2040. We had 17 years, and we wrote a couple of small steps to reach to that goal. We'll buy 6 properties in next 6 years. We hold it for then the other 10 years. And at the end of 17th year, we will sell 3 of the properties, and we will make a property portfolio that would then serve for ourselves. So we are not really tied up to anything else for living our lifestyle. Fast forward 2 years today, we have already purchased a couple of properties, and then we are on the go to the third property in the financial year FY 25-26. And the best part was, in the last 9 months, 10 additional families have joined our journey. Right, I was able to empower them through the business, through the Coastline Assets. We were able to empower 10 additional families, join this journey, and we were also able to take them through the same mission that that I'm going ahead with. So answering your question, few of the families showing that trust in the journey that we are doing and then hand-holding us through the journey, that itself is a great success.
How beautiful. I always talk about the power of people, and when they all invest in you because they really truly believe, that's a miracle. So well done on having those people, but also writing down your goals and making it happen. That is wonderful as well. So well done on you and your wife. If I had to ask you what sets you apart from the industry, because we know that there's a lot of different buyers advocacy spaces that has just recently popped up, what would you say that you do differently, Rakesh?
Right. So my purpose is to build the credibility within the buyer's agency space, and that's why you would see me even very happily collaborating with the multiple other buyer's agents, because my competition is never against buyer's agents, right? My competition is against the individual desire to achieve something, but the person not really taking the action, or they are really not really taken care of by the service providers. Now, what I do special is the entire property portfolio. That's where my focus is. It is not a transaction. The quantity doesn't matter. I believe in working with limited a number of people, but really giving them that attention, understanding their current financial situation, whatever the situation that they go through, understanding that, and really developing a property portfolio through which they can reach the financial freedom that they desire, right? Using that property as an instrument to build the wealth through step-by-step phases where they can reach their dream stage in 10 years or 15 years down the line. So I'm always collaborating with buyers agents who uses the similar set of the right approaches, but I would be against the buyer's agents who probably, not using the ethical ways of a property transaction.
Absolutely. And the collaborative space is massive. I've seen the way that you're collaborating with others buyers advocates, and it's just so fun because you're working together and there's just one common mission. We want to deliver, and we'll deliver the best. So love coming from the space of absolute excellence. If I had to move forward and really think about Coastline Assets, and in the next 5 years, where do you really see it go?
The mission that we drive with is we want to help more and more families follow the journey of building property portfolios. So my mission is to help hundreds of people achieve financial freedom in the next 15 to 20 years. That is what the company, the foundation of Coastline Assets will be based at. So if I look into the next 5 years, I would probably like to have another 50 people. Today we are helping 10 people. So if we get to work very closely with another 50 families, really getting to know them well and getting to know their aspirations well, and really hand-holding them through the property purchase journey, and then create some jobs around in terms of when you build a business, you will have a lot of job opportunities. And I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who are very passionate and driven about working in the real estate space, especially in the property buying, advisory, strategy side of things. So if I can provide some jobs in these areas. The third thing is creating a brand in itself. So Coastline Assets is probably a brand that probably very few people know by now, but if I can create a brand which really stands out for a purpose, and which I can take this brand and the mission to a few other people, I think that's what success means for me.
That is brilliant. Well, we're definitely going to be part of this success. We believe in the power of collaboration, the power of people, and the power of you, Rakesh. So we're going to go full gung-ho. We're very grateful that you're part of Bestwood Network and already creating ripples, and we're looking forward to an amazing journey ahead.
Thank you. Thank you everything for BGN and the people that I've met through this network.